Okay, the motor is running. You can see the axle is spinning. There's no wheels on it, but the axle is spinning. So the motor's running. Let's give it 5 volts. 5 volts, 5 amps. 0.5 amps. And there is an eccentric there with a lever on it. And you can see the gear. It has double ball bearings and a metric screw going through the center. And I had some threads didn't quite print right, and I filed them. They're not perfect, but they work. And what I'm going to do, and try to show you what I'm going to do, I'm going to lower the gear down onto, there you go. I've lowered the gear down to the operating position. And I can't stop it. I can make it start to hop a little bit, but I cannot stop the gear. So I'm thinking the cams will work smoothly and the limit switches won't stop them. I raise it up, I can lower it down, lower it to go the other way, it starts to raise it back up. So, and it doesn't cause any drag. Well, we did go up. Well, let's look at that. That's engaged, okay. And that's not engaged. So we're at 0.58, and we go to 0.65. So it's about a 7/10 of a drag. Now, I could loosen that screw, because I do have a preload on those bearings. My problem is, I don't have a perfect inner washer that just compresses the inner race of the bearings. I'm pressing all of them, so I'm getting some friction between the screw and the bearing that way. And I'm trying to think of a way. I think I can come up with a way. I know I could grind that head back on the edges so it only grabs in the center. I can do that. On this side, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure what I can do, but I might be able to put a washer back there. I'll think of something. But if I could get it to where it captures the inner races only, there would be very little impact on the amp draw. But you know, 0.5 is not the end of the world. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, if we took it up, take it up to 10, we go from 6.5 to 7.4, anybody hardly knows. A little bit of rattle in there though, isn't there? I think it's in here. Well, there's no, yeah, this magnet is, you know, so strong, it just picks everything up. The noise is the rattling of this piece. I don't have my switches on, so there's a little looseness there. It does seem to have a little bounce though, doesn't it? It should be more stable, I would hope. Yeah, wood is really a magnifier for noise too. So now I got it in a neutral position. Now I got it in the up position. So it's running quite well. I also have the better sense of the center. You can see the gear, the grease on the gear is more near the center. The silver stripe kind of thing, it's more in the center, which is where it should be. The other thing I need to do is find a way of tightening that handle to the frame so that it doesn't wiggle loose again. So, okay, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close, and my day's over. I already had the call, so thought I'd show you the progress. Quite a few designs in there, a few modifications to the design. I'm printing a new plate here, pretty high def, so that I have a better hull for this guy. I'm actually going to an oversized hull and a larger diameter, and that gives me a little more travel, but it's also going to be more capturing more, so it'll be more stable. But this wiggling and stuff and see how low this is. That limit switch is going to hit. That's going to pull this up. That's going to be a problem. So I got a few things to work through. I can probably raise the limit switch a little bit, but I really like the angle I was getting on the cam. We'll just have to build it and see if I need to make a change or not. It's hard to design these elements like in a drafting board. You know, you model the part, you put it in the dimensions, but you know, the real proof is when you bolt it together and you see how fat is it or how much airspace is there. I did have my problem a large part of the day was the inner tooth surface was catching on a piece of metal that was left inside there down low that I hadn't realized. I had used a round bit, right? It was a round bit. Well, that round bit left a radius in the corner, and I had to use the flat grinder bit to come in and just square that off, and that gave us the room to make this work smoothly. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Until tomorrow, I hope. Later.